Hi everybody and welcome back to Jolemonus Toy Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Lupin Kaiser. I got the full set for this instead of buying them individually, which they are letting you do this year. You actually don't have to buy it as a set, but I'm really digging the Lupin Rangers vibe and their style and how they look, so I went ahead and bought the whole set. I'm looking at the box. But enough about the box, let's get into the toys. So the Lupin's Zords, or vehicles, or whatever you want to call them, are called dial fighters. And the reason they're called that is they actually have like these little old school safe dials that actually have that satisfying click as you turn them around. And each one of them has a gimmick, and I'll show you starting with the red. You turn the dial, and you saw this fold down. And if you look in there, you can see that it'll eventually, there's the face, and this is supposed to, right here, be like a laser coming out of it. It's kind of neat. And let's go ahead and look at some of the other ones. This is yellow. Yellow is supposed to be more of a hovercraft. It's kind of cool. I like it. These don't rotate or anything, but again, it still has the dial fighter gimmick, and her gimmick is, let me show you from a different angle. There you go. There you go. That falls down, and now she can spin her blade and mess a guy up. It's kind of cool. And the blue fighter is more like your old school biplane, and the propeller does spin. There we go. And his dial action is just like the yellows, where it comes down, but now you got like this Gatling gun thing going on here. It's pretty cool. And last but not least, now we have Good Striker. So this is like the main body of both Megazords, and it has two modes, one for Lupin, one for Pato. And the Lupin one is obviously a jet, and it has sounds and stuff depending on whether you pull this trigger or you turn the dial. Now if you, that last little bit it did before it yelled Lupin Ranger, depending on whether or not you turn the dial, pull the trigger, it'll say Lupin Ranger or Pato Ranger. And now that it's set for Lupin Ranger, if I hold down the trigger, it does the sound for Lupin Kaiser. And in the same vein, if it would have yelled Pato Ranger beforehand, it would do the sound for Pato Kaiser. Let's go ahead and combine them and show you what that looks like. So we're going to start with Good Striker. You take his little nose cone, flips right up, and you separate his legs like that. And you take these little windows, you push them because they're locking mechanisms, and you pull down the leg. You do that for both sides. And we're going to go ahead, turn it around. Now these here are actually little flaps that come down like that, and the wings fold back like that, and this trigger mechanism here folds back. And you're going to see right there, there's this little nubbin thing that flip up, and we'll use that later. So to start the combination process, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the dial fighters, turn the dial, activate their action, and for yellow, we'll flap down both of these little wings here, take her hand, flip it like that, like this, so it can bend, and this is going to become the left arm, like that. And blue, darn near the same thing, activated style action, get that down, flap down its two wings, turn it so it can be an arm, and that'll become the right arm. And then for red, activate style action, fold that down and it'll lock into place. We already got the face showing, so we'll just take this little connector bit there, Slap it on. Bam! There we go. And now we have Lupin Kaiser. And because of like where this face is, it's kind of hard to see. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see it better. I'll give you a full 360 view here. And as you can see too, the blue now actually has like a hand. So like for later auxiliary Zords that come out with, he can hold stuff here. There you go, that's the long and short of it. The sounds don't change when you put it in the Lupin Kaiser mode. Same exact sounds, nothing different. But now, just to show you something extra, I'm going to show you how it interacts with the Morpher, so you guys can get a listen to some of the sounds it does. I might do a Morpher review later, but there's that. Alright, so now on to that. Now to start things off, we're going to start with the Red Ranger Sword first. And they all go in the same exact way. You just slide them right on this little groove here. Now what's neat is you can turn the dial. And on top of that, it also has a Zord summoning function, where if you do it again, because you always need more air horn. I love that. Every time it happens, it cracks me up. That's so cool. And rather than having to go through the whole shebang for all the other ones, I'll just do a quick show you how those work. And now for my favorite one, Good Striker. Good Striker actually says something special when you slide him on. And yes, this big ass hunk of junk does slide onto this. Let's do it. Good Striker! Now it plays special music that only plays when Good Striker's on here. Just so you guys know, this thing is lopsided as all hell. It's way heavier than it looks to hold one-handed. But let's go ahead and do the Zord summoning with Good Striker. And there you guys go. There's my Lupin Kaiser review. If you guys liked it and you want me to see more, I can do a Pato Kaiser review. I do have the Zords for that. Just let me know, like in the comments below, or through views or likes or whatever, and I'll go ahead and do one for Pato Kaiser too. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you in the next video. Deuces.